Maddie Collins didn't believe in luck. She believed in hard work, terrible coffee, and the fact that her car, a 2005 Civic named Betsy, would absolutely betray her in the middle of a left turn during rush hour. Luck, in her experience, was for other people. People with nice hair, stable relationships, and actual savings accounts. But that all changed on a Tuesday. A boring, miserable, nothing special Tuesday. Do you seriously have to breathe that loud? Maddie glared at her coworker, Jamie, who was loudly demolishing a bagel at his desk. Jamie, a human embodiment of chaos and cream cheese, just grinned. It's called enjoying life, Mads. You should try it sometime. Hey, wanna split a scratch off? They're selling them at the gas station on 5th. No, Maddie muttered, eyes glued to her spreadsheet. I don't do gambling. That's how you end up living in a van by the river. Correction, Jamie said, wiggling his eyebrows. That's how you end up rich enough to buy a van with a hot tub in the back. Come on, one ticket. $10 each. Worst case, we lose $10. Best case, he held up his hands like an infomercial host. We never have to answer another email again. Something in Maddie snapped. Maybe it was the caffeine crash. Maybe it was the soul-crushing realization that she had exactly $14.72 in her checking account. Or maybe it was just that she was so tired of her life being exactly the same every single day. Fine, she sighed. But when we lose, I get to tell you, I told you so, forever. 3 hours later, standing in the parking lot with a crumpled ticket in her hand, Maddie forgot how to breathe. Holy, Jamie froze, his mouth hanging open. Did we just? No way. No freaking way. Maddie stared at the numbers. Then at the ticket. Then back at the numbers. This says, her voice cracked. We just won $5 million. By the time she got home, Maddie's brain was fried. She couldn't even process the fact that her tiny, crappy apartment, the one that smelled faintly of ramen and despair, suddenly felt like a castle. There was only one problem. Actually, make that two. 1. She hadn't told Jamie she wanted to split the ticket anymore. 2. She hadn't told her boyfriend, Derek, about the ticket at all. Derek was the kind of man who believed in two things. 1. Crypto. 2. Himself. Hey, babe, Derek said as she walked through the door, his eyes glued to his phone. You wouldn't believe the dip in Dogecoin today. If I just put another 500 in, we could double it by the weekend. Maddie forced a smile and clutched her bag tighter, feeling the ticket burning a hole inside. This was fine. Totally fine. She'd figure it out. Right? By Wednesday morning, Maddie had aged approximately 10 emotional years. She woke up at 5 a.m., clutched her pillow like it was a flotation device, and whispered to herself, don't tell anyone. Not Derek. Not Jamie. Not even the nosy lady next door with the 3 poodles. No one. Except, she had to tell someone. Because there was this thing gnawing at her, this terrifying, exhilarating thought that she was suddenly rich. $5 million. ****. At work, Jamie was practically vibrating in his chair. You didn't sleep, did you? Maddie hissed as she sat down. Sleep? Jamie scoffed. Who needs sleep when you're a millionaire? Or, half a millionaire? Whatever, we're loaded. Do you know what that means, Mads? We could quit. We could move to Bali. We could. Shuh. Maddie smacked his arm and glanced around. Half the office was staring at them like hawks circling fresh roadkill. Would you not broadcast our entire life to everyone within a 5-mile radius? Jamie blinked. Wait. You're not thinking of cutting me out, are you? Maddie stiffened. What? No. Of course not. She swallowed. I need time to think. Time to think turned into a full-blown web of lies. First, she told Derek that her boss had given her a performance bonus, which explained the random shopping spree where she bought a pair of boots she'd been eyeing for 6 months. Then she told her mom that she got a tiny inheritance, which somehow spiraled into a phone call with Aunt Linda asking for a small loan to cover her latest attempt at starting a gluten-free bakery for cats. And Jamie? Well, Jamie was still texting her every 2 hours with links to vacation homes in Costa Rica. By Friday, Maddie thought she might combust. She'd hidden the ticket in a tampon box in her closet, because, in her words, no man alive would willingly touch it, but every time she looked at it, her stomach flipped. Then came Derek's bombshell. So, babe, he said casually over dinner, not even looking up from his phone. Funny story. I may have taken out a loan. Maddie froze mid-bite. A loan? For what? For us, Derek said, flashing what he probably thought was a charming grin. I found this killer investment opportunity. You remember my buddy Travis? The one who sold sneakers out of his garage? Well, now he's got this crypto mining startup. Derek, Maddie said slowly, gripping her fork like a weapon, how much? $25,000. She nearly choked on her wine. $25,000? We don't even have that kind of money. Derek waved a hand. Relax. It's all good. It's like future money. You wouldn't understand. Future money. Maddie wanted to throw her plate at his head. That night, lying in bed next to her oblivious boyfriend, Maddie made a decision. If Derek could make secret investments, she could make secret plans. Big ones. By Saturday morning, Maddie had a plan. A terrible, half-baked, chaotic plan, but still, a plan. Step 1, tell no one. Step 2, quietly hire a financial advisor who didn't look like they sold Herbalife on the side. Step 3, figure out how to kick Derek's crypto-obsessed but to the curb without losing half her millions in the process. But of course, life laughed in her face. It started at brunch with Jamie. Okay, Jamie said, sipping his mimosa like a Victorian noble. Spill. Why haven't you booked us a villa yet? I could be sipping cocktails on a beach, Maddie. Cocktails? With little umbrellas. Jamie, we can't just. I mean, what if someone finds out? Maddie whispered. What if there's, like, some random cousin we didn't know about who sues us? Or, the government? Jamie stared at her. Maddie. You didn't rob a bank. You won the lottery. You're allowed to be rich without spiraling into a crime drama. She groaned. You don't get it. Derek took out a loan. He thinks he's some kind of crypto god now. If he even smells money, he'll. And that's when the universe decided to go nuclear. Because Derek, in all his oblivious glory, walked into the cafe. With another woman. Not just any woman. A woman who looked like she'd stepped straight out of a fitness influencer ad, all glossy hair, matching workout set, and an aura of I don't eat carbs but somehow still likable. Jamie choked on his mimosa. Oh. My. God. Maddie's brain short-circuited. She wanted to throw her latte in his face. She wanted to scream. She wanted to. Wait. A slow, delicious idea unfurled in her mind. By Sunday, Operation Revenge was officially underway. Maddie didn't confront Derek. Oh, no. That would have been too easy. Instead, she played dumb. Smiled sweetly. Let him think she hadn't seen a thing. And then she quietly started building her new life. She moved the money. Bought herself a tiny condo downtown, just in case. Started working with a lawyer who practically cackled when Maddie said the words, "My boyfriend doesn't know." And when Derek announced 2 weeks later that his crypto scheme had hit a rough patch and they might need to sell some stuff to make ends meet, Maddie simply smiled. Oh, honey, she said, sugar dripping from her voice. Don't worry. I've got it covered. Because by then, she'd already signed the papers to kick him out. And oh, the look on his face when the locks changed, priceless. Months later, Maddie sat on the balcony of her downtown condo, sipping champagne with Jamie. Do you ever feel bad? Jamie asked. Maddie thought for a moment, then laughed. Nope. Because sometimes, karma needed a little nudge. And if that nudge came with $5 million and a brand new life? Well, she could live with that.